That's enough song for me. Hey, welcome back to BjjBrick Quick. My name is Byron. We're talking about jiu-jitsu. This is a quick podcast. This week has been beginner tips. If you're not a beginner and you've enjoyed these tips, that's great. If you are a beginner, hopefully these have helped you out. We have one more to go. One more tip here. I think next week I'm going to do advanced tips. We'll kick it up. So last episode, I wrote down all these tips a few days ago, thinking of episodes. And then the last episode I did yesterday was like, your jiu-jitsu doesn't work. And then right after I wrote that down, I thought, this episode, being happy when you escape. That's the theme here. That's the tip. That helps. That also helps with what we talked about yesterday. Jiu-jitsu is tough. You could drill arm bars for a month, go roll, and not get an arm bar, not even get close, not even get the setup. That's tough mentally to deal with. So I say you should be happy. I'm not talking about celebrating or like, yay, I did it. But just acknowledge when you escape something, that's pretty good. You're a beginner at jiu-jitsu. If you escape, that might be the best you get for a while. That might be depressing, but this is tough. And the people, here's the thing to look at. The people you are training with are good at jiu-jitsu. If you train at one of the, if there's 3 gyms in your city, and there's 50 people there, these are some of the best people in jiu-jitsu in the whole city. It's going to be tough. Now, if you're training with me and I pass your guard, I'm in side control, I don't plan on holding you in side control for the entire round. And I may not submit you either. But if you don't do anything right, you're not escaping. You have to do the right things. I'm not just going to let you up. So be happy when you escape. When you escape side control, man, that's a big accomplishment. That's hard to do. Watch some of these matches. As soon as someone gets side control, the matches basically could be over. It might take another 40 minutes. It might not end with a submission. But that's such a dominant position. They get mount. Forget about it, man. You're in so much trouble. No, but you are escaping mount sometimes. You are escaping side control. Get somebody off your back. That's a highly technical thing. You can't muscle your way out of somebody on your back. That doesn't work. You need technique for that escape. If somebody shoots a takedown on you and you defend it, you may not be at the point where you're completing takedowns yourself. But defending a takedown is not easy. And it's very important. I've been working on my own takedowns lately. And one of the big keys I'm finding as I want to spend more time standing up, more attempts at taking someone down, is I have to not get taken down. It's not just me trying this. They're not letting me attempt. It's they get to try too. And when they win and they get their takedown, I don't get to practice my takedowns anymore. I have to defend takedowns. If my takedowns were really good, but my takedown defenses were not very good at all, I have a big problem. Defending a takedown is a technical activity. It's a little bit of athleticism, but you have to know what to do. It might be a lot of the different takedowns can be solved with similar motions. That's kind of cool. That's nice. Learn those. Changing where your weight is, getting somebody off you, out from underneath you, sprawling, movement, keeping your balance. But if you defend a takedown and you walk around like, man, my takedowns suck. Hey, you're on the right path. You got to have good stance. If you're rolling with somebody who usually submits you and you've escaped a couple of submissions, good work. That ain't easy. You've already know that's not easy. We got a guy, I mentioned the other day that my Kimuras are not good. We got a guy who locks up a Kimura. I could say this about Gary. If you go back long enough, used to do a show with Gary and Joe, and our schedules aren't really working out for us, and things are a little different with me, to say the least, as far as my schedule. But maybe someday we'll bring those back. We'll get Gary and Joe back on here. But anyway, I cannot escape Gary's Kimura. It is super rare. If he gets his hands locked in that Kimura, he usually submits me. So when I escape his Kimura, I'm happy about that. I've gotten nowhere close to submitting him, but I've taken apart something that is super tough for me. Some people maybe have no problem with it. But for me, that's an accomplishment. So be happy. So here's a tip. Be happy when you escape. It's not as fun, not as sexy, not as rewarding. Nobody, you don't feel accomplished. You should. You should be happy. You should feel like a slight pat on the back when you escape something, position or submission. When you almost get swept and you keep your balance, and you fight for that top position. Good job. Just changing your parameters of what success is can help you with dealing with some of the ups and downs mentally. If you've enjoyed this episode, I appreciate some support. Go to Patreon. You can go to my website, BjjBrick.com. Go to Patreon. If you type in BjjBrick, I'm the only one. There's not other BjjBrick podcasts. We'll pop up. You can contribute like $1 per month. If we get to $100 a month, we're going to up this podcast and we'll do a dollar every day. We'll do an episode every day. Right now I'm just doing Monday through Friday. Because of you, we might have more stuff in the near future. And you can just go see it on Patreon, see where we're at, if we're close to the goal or if we've got $99 to go. We don't have that far. But I don't know at the time of this airs where we'll be. Hope you have a great day, my friend. Stay sweaty.